Good morning. Hello, hello. London time again. And we're almost at Christmas time. Let me check if everything is working. Just want to make sure. Oh, let me check. Good morning. Hello, hello. Yes. Okay, sound is working. Oh boy. Let me make sure I'm on live chat and not on top chat, because then otherwise I miss messages for some strange reason. Here we go. Hey, Sword Dragon Slayer. What a name. And good morning to you. How are you doing? I love your name. SOD. I don't know if I'm going to call you Dragon Slayer. Let me just double check everything. Hold on, guys. Oh, price action is, well, it's end of the year. I mean, there are obviously still few balance imbalances that need to be rebalanced, but it just takes time. I mean, everything that we were waiting for in the PM session, they're doing it now. So that is the price action we have to bloody deal with. I'm already skilled down. I'm not even touching my funded account anymore. I sort of like decided, you know what, end of the year, I'm just gonna paper trade, maybe eval. But yesterday I thought, you know what, I think it's good enough to just go over price and just maybe paper trade. It's the volume is getting so low now, and it's still going to do a few things, but I sort of like already have just closed my book, so to speak, and I'm like okay with that. If something really presents itself, I might take it, but I think I just prefer to paper trade the end of the year. And it doesn't matter. I'm still my approach will be the same, but I just don't feel like putting on any risk anymore. End of the year, also feel like just easing out of it. Focusing on yeah, just on reading tape and on the community side of everything as well. But we'll go over price and just as normal. But I'm just being totally transparent here that I don't really feel like trading anymore live on my accounts. So I sort of like, it's okay. It's okay to not do that anymore. But anyway, I need to close the thing that's causing the noise, so bear with me because I need to figure out what that is. Got some stuff open. There we go. Price is really, I mean, it is just everything, and this is to be expected. We're in consolidation. Generally speaking, the first quarter of the year, which we are in, and end of the year, things are just, they're just closing up all the books and just, but we'll see. I mean, let's go over price quickly. Hold on. I want to close this. That's what makes the noise. There we go. The account name is from like a dozen years ago. I don't know even what it even means. Hold on. I need to get my coffee. It's just one step away. If I bend over my laptop and my computer, it will be most likely it will fall over my computer. Mm. Yeah, most likely Dragon Slayer was already taken, so they probably added something either before or behind it, right? Well, anyway, it's a nice name. Okay, so let's get into the price because yeah, it's moving in the direction that I wanted yesterday. I don't know if everyone that's here was here. It was yesterday in PM session. Even the AM session was the same thing. So this opening range gap, it filled it for 3/3 in the morning, right? 10:35, we went up and we literally into consolidation all day. And then it sort of like hinted that it was going to fill the rest of the gap, but it did not, right? And then in Asia, we have this. We it was still consolidated. I thought actually it might do it in Asia, but not even there. So we might get it now. You can see here it's moving already to the downside a little bit, and it's also moving into an old 4-hour wick and into that N walk that is encapsulated in this opening range gap. So that's why I thought, okay, let's see. But you can already anticipate a slow move to the downside when you have such a large wick. So, but we already tapped almost in zero point 0.5. So let's see what happens there. So I'm not expecting that we're going very fast to the downside. It will be, if we go down, it will be a slow move down. But then again, it might give some opportunities. Let me go to the 1 minute because the 150 macro has started. And I love that macro now. And also I love the first presented fair value gap that presents itself between 1 and 130 because yesterday it gave so much information. Guys, it's crazy. Look at this. How price kept on bouncing on top of it. And here, look at this. This one was yesterday's. Here we bounced, boom. Then we went through it. Here again we bounced, we went up, and here again we bounced, boom. And now we're going through it and we retest it to the downside. Look how accurate here. This perfect retest at 1:05. I mean, if you're behind the charts, this is your short. This is your entry for a short. Because the move already started literally here, but we're in continuation to the downside now. But let's see how it reacts here. I mean, we're going down, but I mean, how do you trade this, right? How do you get proper risk reward? That's the whole question. We know where it's going, but when does it give a proper move? So it becomes a little bit low probability, at some point. But let me go to the 1 minute so I can mark my levels. I always mark the 150 to 210 macro because I use that information during London a lot. Here we go, and 210. Here we go, and now I'm going to look for the first presented fair value gap between 130 and the one that is the most significance, because this one is at 130. We cannot use that one. I guess it's going to be you are it. Okay. Well, let's see what you can offer us today. I like this one. This one is nice and large. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in 5 minutes we'll have a new 4-hour candle. You guys know I love my 4-hour candles. Hey, Gatu, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Hello, hello. It's always nice to see you guys again. We're just waiting again to see what price is doing. Let me go to the 1 hour. In a few minutes time, we have a new 4-hour candle. I want to see the 1 hour. Why are you so slow, internet? What are you doing? Nothing's doing. Nothing is working. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So yesterday we were anticipating the move to the downside already, but did not happen. And now it just, moved up a little bit, created another higher high, and now moves to the downside. It's just, this kind of price action that is just. It's my Asia. Okay, Asia. We're below Asia. Okay, I want you here so I can close. I want the yellow box off my screen. You need to go here. We just need the levels. We just need the gradients to see where we are. That's it. That's all we need. There we go. Okay, and then this can go off. There's too much color. Here we go. We don't need that. Now this is interesting that today's first presented from the 132 It's so close to this one, right? So let's see if we can have a ping pong. If it's going to ping pong between the two, or it, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another retest of this. Well, actually not, because we. Well, yes, maybe we do. Let's see. Now, for me, in all honesty, this is not really. I mean, you can see, yeah, we dig into something, right? But I just don't like the structure enough to see this as a. Would this be an inversion and then retest and then go up? It's too shallow for me. Let's look at the higher time frame here. What did we do so far? Hmm. Oh, I have to adjust. This is a 1 hour. I want to go to the 4 hour wick. I actually already mitigated this far. Now I'm going to stick to the 1 hour. Yeah, I like the 1 hour wick. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see. And where do we open? We open lower, right? It's always important to see. 6675. Yeah, okay. I like that for continuation move to the downside. So if we open lower than the previous day close, not always, guys, not always, but it could be an indication for a continuation candle. Not always, because we do have a bullish order block here. Let's see. One, two. Oh, there we go. Look at that move. That's beautiful. Wow. Um, yeah, let's see when it taps into this level here, exactly 0.5. I want to see what happens at 651. Is anyone in a trade? Oh, I had a little bit of garlic this morning. I made some avo, a tomato, some onion, and I thought a little bit of garlic, but I think it's a little bit too much for the morning. It's a good thing that stream is just me. Oh, that's a beautiful bird. Now, I'm just looking at this, and this looks like a lot of engineered liquidity to just be taken in later. So again, yesterday we filled this opening range gap until this level, or we just wigged into it literally. And then we went back up and we didn't do anything. We went to the half, we just hovered around the midpoint, which is right over here. And now we're going below into a 4-hour wick, filling the rest of the remaining gap, and hopefully this N walk, which is encapsulated in the RTH gap. There are more gaps below that I still have marked as where unfinished business is, but let's see how far price action will give us. We still have about, I believe, 7 full days and 2 half days in this. Am I saying that correct? It sounds a little bit off. Let me check again. We do have news today, right? We do have 8:13 news, so it might be a nice. We might have a check. So if there's still imbalances, there's still price action, but it still will be low volume though. Preliminary GDP, red folder, and core durable goods, orange folder, and 10 a.m. the consumer confidence. So 8:30 and 10 a.m. news today, and I think that was tomorrow unemployment claims at 8:30. Okay. Wow, 8:30. It's a half day. Okay, so we still okay. I got you. Okay, that's interesting. That 24 still has a red folder news. I must have missed that. Okay, 25, 26. There's nothing. 27, nothing. Of course. 28, nothing. Monday, orange folder, pending home sales. Could give a good reaction. Tuesday, FOMC meeting minutes. And Wednesday, unemployment claims again at 8:30. It's interesting. So, what was the 24th again? Was that also unemployment claims? Okay, so we have unemployment claims at 24th and 31st of December. Is that normal? 2 times a month? Am I missing something? Okay. Okay. Um, mm, mm, mm. 2nd of January, Friday, it's just nothing on the US side. Oh, we do actually, but it's yellow. Final manufacturing PMI. Okay, that doesn't really. Okay, and then the weekend again, and then we have the 5th. It's really. Again, unemployment claims on January 8th. Friday, average non-farm employment change. Okay. Well, enough to go by. But anyway, I want to count the days that we still have because I just want to see like. Okay, so today is a full day, tomorrow a half day. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 full days and two halves. Am I correct? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So 4 days and 2 half days. So let's say 5. Okay, that's not a lot anymore. We'll see. And there's still some news, so it's interesting. But you know, I mean, they don't really need the news to move it, right? They can move it anyway. See, guys, how slow it is, even in the macro. It's literally just forming gaps, gaps. You know, it's high resistance. It's just forming gaps, gaps, gaps. Just you know, and then it does it, and it takes it out with one candle here. You see the same thing happens here. You know, it takes one candle to take it out again. So it's sort of like creates gaps, rebalance it straight away, create gaps. And if it doesn't do that, you know you can anticipate a manipulation wick or something. Like for example, with this is all no, nothing has been happening here since we went down, right? So that's interesting. Oh, we did here. This here opens to. Well, we'll see. You will see. Hey Shamo, good afternoon to you. Almost evening, right? How's it going? How are you doing? So we are slowly going into the RTH gap of yesterday and working our way towards the NWOG, but very, very slow. It's like a sloth. I think a sloth is even faster at this point. So, okay, macro is done. Now let's have a look. What have we done in the macro? So the macro took out a little bit of liquidity here, just that's it. But literally it's sort of range bound here, right? We're already below Asia, so that means we're going down, right? We might be on our way to. It's a beautiful sunny evening. Yeah, we have some sun. You can see it in the background, right? We have nice weather as well here. Sun, you know, sun, not too much wind. Wow, the wind drives me nuts here. It's just too much. I can't even go to the beach sometimes. But finally, we have a day without wind and just sun and you know a little bit humid. I like that. I know. Most people are like, what? Are you crazy? Yes. Okay, Asia. We have an old Asia low here. Let's see, which is just below the 1/3 level. So let's see if we can make our way. But then again, we've got a wick here as well, right? You can see that we've got a larger wick and we've got this wick here. And you know what wick means? Wick means a lot of stops. It's like a traffic light. See it as a wick, like a traffic light. You'll get there at some point, but you need to stop a lot of times. I think that's the easy way to put it. At 212, maybe it was a short. I mean, yeah, I did not enter, but um. I would like to see a little bit more displacement, either one side to the other to determine, okay, now it's more, even though I'm going to paper trade, I still want a good entry. I want a retest of something. I want to see a structure. I want to see, this doesn't mean this is not bullish structure or bearish. I can see we're dripping down, right? But I'm just talking about it, Gerlin, Trent. No trades. There's nothing to trade here. I know we're going down, but you know, I mean, where are you going to enter? I mean, it's just, I could enter here with this retest, but put my stop above this first presented as, but It's very low probability because we could spike, like if we hit the 0.5, we could just spike all the way back up because we've got imbalances everywhere. So it's very low probability at the moment, even though we know it's dripping down. But you don't want to enter into in consolidation. You really want I need the AMD, my manipulation move first, in order to enter for a distribution move. And if it's not clear, I wait. We just wait. We wait patiently. Are you a, oh, no, I'm not, I'm definitely not a scalper. I am a distribution trader, so my moves typically are above 50, 60 points. You can see my recaps that I haven't done a lot of recaps. I just started this channel 4 months ago, but I've actually been improving my just basically trading a whole market maker buy or sell side from for one of the two sides. But I want to get better in scalping again. So, but I am a distribution trader, so I really wait for Power 3 AMD. But I've already asked the chat, and I've got a lovely chat, and I said, listen, I want to get better in scalping, like also taking like 10 to 15 point moves. I don't want to do 5 point moves. That goes a little bit beyond. I just don't feel comfortable with that. So I'm going to get better at scalping as well here. But I'm not a long-term trader, so I'm actually a larger move trader. But I'm actually a hypocrite in that sense. I'm a large trader, but it has to be fast. Otherwise, I get irritated. No, I'm just joking. I understand they take a little bit longer, but maximum, I want to be in a trade for 1 hour, and preferably one macro, maybe 1.5. That's where I aim for. But that time of year is not going to give me that anymore. So that's why I'm also more, vigilant in my trades. Because the market is just ranging a lot, time distortion. They have some imbalances they want to make efficient, but it's taking its time because there are not many left, and the year end is almost there, so it's just taking its time to do those last things. So I guess these sessions are also more just to hang out. We go over price, but we have to just be honest that we don't have the best price action anymore. I'm not touching my live accounts anymore. I'm told, the end of the year is here. So, yeah. What about you? What do you do? What is your trading identity? And what do you want to learn for the next year? Um, I can talk about what I want to learn for the next year. Well, you guys already know that I want to improve my stop loss placement, especially larger move that I trail too fast, especially the larger the move gets. I'm just trading too fast, so that's something I'm still going to work on. I've improved it a lot already, but still needs to be better. That's something that I'm going to work on. Then I'm also getting into Goldbach a little bit. I'm just interested in that because it's algorithmic, and I think there's a lot of overlap with what I'm doing already. That's something I'm going to focus on. That's what I know so far. So Goldbach is something that I don't think I'm not going to give it too much attention in the stream because I think it's a little bit intermediate and people need to have interest in it. So I'm going to do it more in the Discord. I already opened another tab for those who are interested. For just to hey Nat, how are you doing? Nat, I want your opinion. Are you familiar with Goldbach? I was just saying that what my plans are for 2026, where I want to improve myself and what I want to do for new things, and scalping. I want to get better in scalping. Not like just scalping, getting in and out, but be very structured, very mechanical. So I want really to build a model and structured. I don't have any models for scalping, so that's something I want to work on. Then Goldbach will be a thing, but I will do that off stream because I don't want to confuse anyone. who's just begin. It's just, so that will be something on the Discord side. But for those who are interested, you're welcome to join. We're going to do some sessions as well, just talk about it, because it's all new and it's not very. I don't think it's really well. Yeah, I think it's the book I was trying to read. Like, okay, okay, but I think we'll get there. And then, like I said, my executions. Just I want to improve my stop loss placement for my larger moves, because those I can read the larger moves. I can see them coming, and on a regular basis I manage to get them. But then my stop loss placement is sometimes really shit. So I get stopped out. For example, it's an 8-hour trade, and I get stopped out because I place it too fast. It becomes a 2-hour trade, and I get in again, and I'll get my points, but it's not the point. So that's something I'm going to. Those are my things that I know for now. There will be definitely more, but that's what I really already have in plan in place for myself. Okay. I thought you were very. I thought you might, because you're very widely. You know a lot. Okay, we're just curious. No, it's not. Don't worry about it. It's a whole rabbit hole, but it's very. I think it's interesting, but you need to have space for it. I think. Hey Ahmed, how are you doing? Okay, guys. Price action. Okay, let's start about. I just want to make it clear. Price action. This gap that we're looking in. This was the same gap. We were looking at the same price action, almost at the same area we were yesterday in the PM session. We were a little bit lower, but not much. It's just ranging, and it's going down. It's sort of like balancing out that RTH gap and going into this N walk with us. But do not expect too much of it, guys, because it's going to take its time. We've got 4 more days, 4.5, 4 full days and 2 half days. And if you look at the all the levels that needs to be, it's not much anymore. So, and we got some news coming. So have low expectation. I'm not. You don't know. Yeah. Oh, well, you answered. You mean you're not, that you are not the person that knows a lot? Is that what you mean? Why I got this impression from you? Is that what you want to say? Well, you answered a few questions that I actually, and you knew it was you broadly. Um, well, anyway, that's the idea that I got from you, so that's a good thing, right? I think you know a lot. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, price action. Yeah, so everyone, it's nice to just go over price and just go over, but please have low expectations of the coming days. And if you want to trade, just scale down a little bit, because the volume is getting lower and lower. So the wicks are getting, the movements will be, there could be more manipulation and stuff like that. So, and you already can see if they, they're trickling down, they're leaving so many gaps. And, they usually fill that with one move to the upside, for example. So, yeah, so just have, just adapt your expectations for the last few days. It's still nice to get into the look at the levels, because that makes us also prepared for when the year starts, right? Just to take, I mean, for me, it's like I don't want to take like a whole 1.5 or 2 weeks off, because then it takes so much time to get back into the markets. I think a very short session tomorrow might be. We do have 8:13 news, so I'm sort of thinking what to do, because I do think it's nice to maybe have a very just not too long, but just have a look what's happening, and then Christmas starts, right? We have a small break, and then a few days before the New Year's, and then we have a new year. Yay! I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, fresh year, a fresh year, and then hopefully we get through this first quarter quickly. So who else wants to share what they want to work on in 2026, or just want to improve? Like, okay, you know what? This is something that I am already getting better in, but something I just want to improve more, or something like that. Just curious. It also helps me to, if I know that, to maybe implement that those topics maybe more in the streams. How was your basketball net? Did you have a good game? Do you play basketball in a like a do you go on a weekly like trainings, or do you what's your is it fixed times, or do you just go when you feel like it? You have psychology. Well, yeah, that's always that's a good one. That one is. Do you do that by reading books? Yeah, that one keeps coming back, right? I mean, psychology. Yeah, trading psychology. Becoming a trader is like the biggest mirror ever. I mean, you find out things about yourself that you never thought actually. I mean, people say it when you start. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I know myself. But then you find out actually that, you know, why am I doing that? I never did that when I did another job or something like that, right? And it's really weird. You really need to think about that before you can even address it, right? Because you just don't know. Yeah, Shamo, I'm with you there. Patience is also, well, that's ongoing. Okay, yeah, I talk about that a lot. It's something that gets me in trading, but also in real life still sometimes. And I keep having to work on that. That's just an ongoing thing. I didn't mention that, but I think that's one of the most important ones. But like I said, I'm already improved myself, but the YouTube stream helps me a lot. I can't sit here, you know, being impatient and overtrade, and I really have to keep myself in tune because I will look like a fool on stream. But you still fall in that trap sometimes. Sometimes when you get really tired, you get impatient with people, or it can be so many things. Impatience just impacts your life in many ways, and it's a very easy thing to say, like, "Oh, I'm impatient," but you really need to, like, why and why is it? What's causing it, and does it really help you? No, not really. Most of the times not. Sometimes it does, but most of the times not. And risk management. I need to stick with my plan. Yes. Yes, and if your plan is not good enough, you have to adjust, right? Make another plan and improve your plans. Be flexible, um, especially in the beginning when you still, you get a lot of light bulb moments. Okay. So sometimes you have to adjust a little bit. Yeah, I think psychology is the one that is the most people are mentioning, right? I think if it really comes to it, it's like technical analysis. Everybody at some point you have your knowledge, and you just you can stick to one model, but because you just need actually one model, and then patience, right? Before for the model, it's actually very simple if you think about it. If you have one model, that's fine, but the model doesn't present itself all day. So what do you need for it? Patience. And then if you would wait for that one model, and you just that's the only thing you would play, but you have to wait for it. But then you have a very high win rate, right? Let's say you back tested it, and even though if you have a 60%, or let's say even if it's a 50%, if you have a good R to R, you can even be profitable with a 50. But let's say your win rate, you've back tested it and the model is solid and you have a between 60-70% win rate, which is, as a beginner, very, very doable. You just have to wait for it. You'll be profitable very quick. But I couldn't do that, to be honest, even though I had a model. I wish I did, but um, yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, if like in trading, you see a totally different side of yourself. I thought I have no addiction, but over trading, I see that as a sort of addiction, over trading, and like not being able to control yourself. I don't have that issue anywhere in life with nothing. But I had that with trading, and I could still have that sometimes when I start getting into when my brain starts tripping. It's crazy if you think about it. Why? It's very interesting. No, but it's biology, guys. I actually made a video about it because I was so fascinated by that. Like, why is it happening? I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm going to lose, and I know I keep on doing it. But it's biology. It's really how your brain and then your hormones are being your amygdala is creating that cortisol and everything just, and you have to close that loop, and you need to sort of like trick your brain a little bit. But it's not only discipline, it's also biology. It's crazy. And the markets are designed around it. They know this. They know it. And it's the markets are designed around this. So, right, fear and greed. It's our weakness. Uh, it's our human weakness. Yeah, it's interesting though, right? 2:30. We're literally arranging again. We're just in a range. We didn't even hit the zero point 0.5 yet. So let's see. Hey Adi, cool. How are you doing? Good morning to you. As you can see, oh well, we have a little bit of displacement now. Price action is not really different than last evening or last PM session, right? Um, we're slowly closing the RTH gap of yesterday and then moving towards the end walk, I guess. Let's see. Hey Cesaria, how's it going? Oh wow, okay, I gotcha. I have three in the back from my inquiry a couple of decades ago, so I'm just hitting the basket. Ah, okay, a half an hour per day, three throws. That's it. I have to hit 100 to get baseline Morris button. Ah, okay. Yeah, I was wondering because it was like whenever you felt like it, then you could just go, right? So I was wondering if it was like just fixed, not a fixed time. Well, that's a good way. I think that's really nice actually to blow off some steam. Yeah, I used to play a lot of tennis, and I wasn't allowed. I had a back injury as well. Well, it's a little bit different than your situation, but I wasn't allowed to play tennis anymore. So then I went to golf, and I thought I wouldn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. But I guess that's why I like to watch tennis, but I can't play it anymore. And I was actually pretty good at it, but it's, that's what life sometimes gives you these things. Um, oh boy, are you doing exactly the same? Um, Hold on, guys. I need to check something. Let's see where my kitty cat is. I quickly just have to open the gate for someone. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. That didn't happen a lot. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Hitting the basket actually gives me this kind of the same satisfaction. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. It's the same when I would hit the ball with golf, and you know, you hit when you have the perfect shot, you can feel it, you can hear it, and it just gives me. It's just you just know it before it even you touch it. You know, it's already going the direction that you want. For a while though, because I moved here and I didn't bring my whole set, so I'm sort of like I do miss it. Um, yeah, I should get back into it. Hello, Mawosi. Let me get my drink. Good morning to you. Am I still live, guys? Is everything okay? Because I do think that is there any delay or something? Um, there is a delay. Yeah, I see it. Well, I think there's an internet little glitch. Let's wait. Um, yeah, but I have always a separate screen on, and I seem to be frozen there. But on OBS, I'm not. So I'm just checking with you guys because I look frozen. But it could be my Wi-Fi. I'm attached to the router directly, so that might send everything properly through, but I might not see it properly. So I'm just double checking with you guys. Okay, it's okay, right? Okay, everything is moving, but you know, it's so horrible when you see yourself frozen. It's always in the most horrible position, like you look like, you know, like that or something. Like, okay, that looks so ugly. Okay, well, we almost have the 250 macro coming. We have some little bit of hope, but yeah. Well, I guess this was the inversion. I was looking at this at 129. I saw it when we got live, and I was like, yeah, would I would take this trade here, like a retest, but it dug so deep, and I was like, okay, well, yesterday we had the same. Remember, we had the retest within the macro right over here. I think it was around two as well, exactly, and well, we can consider this then the inversion. Then this will be our potential breaker, I guess. But it was also a weird structure yesterday during London, remember? But this looks even weirder because yesterday we had like a proper inversion retest, and without this in between, and then it sort of like then it consolidated, and then it went higher, right? And I wasn't in it because I just didn't feel comfortable to take it. But it was actually a good trade. But let's mark this little area to see, did we color outside the lines? Let's do this. Yeah, so this is then a little bit, you see this and then you're like, okay, well, we already disrespected this inversion because we already went below it, right? But then here you got the proper retest. And here again, you go into the full inversion and then you go higher. So I don't know. I would not trust this too much, but it might still go up. Mm. So, yeah, what does it mean when your 3 minute and your 5 minute is more uglier than your 1 minute? Oh boy. Can we find any little clues that will help us? You see, this is also, I noticed on the 3 minute, you've got these imbalances here. Here you go. We have this wick here that goes into it, and then we've got, let me make them yellow. Mellow yellow. I love volume imbalances. I love large wicks and volume imbalances. But look, I just want to point out something that I noticed. I don't know if you guys see it as well. When price is really weird, I do tend to go to the 3 minute a lot because I do see a lot of interesting things always. But I want to show you this that I'm just noticing. Do you guys see what I'm seeing when I mark these? So I mark those volume imbalances, right? Yeah, but it doesn't happen. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with this uh, laptop. It's a new one, but it should be okay, but it's giving me some issues. So I think there is an issue. But I think the heavy streaming, the heavy freezing is doesn't happen a lot, right? Or I just noticed it and it was like, huh? Um, it also could be the internet sometimes here. But anyway, it should be okay now, right? Now I'm getting I want to get a more powerful one at some point, very quickly, yeah. Because I'm done with this. Because it's just, I think it's also why the mic sometimes gives me issues. I think it has to do with the driver. I think the driver is faulty from the start. But yeah, so hey, Jamali Beats, how are you doing? Long time no see. Is it evening for you? Or really, it's very early. Yeah, it's evening for you, but sort of like late. It depends on how you look at it, right? Okay, so I just want to, do you guys see why I marked those volume imbalances on the 3 minute? I'm just wondering if they're going to be respected. See that? You get those wicks and it's not, the wicks are sort of like supporting the volume imbalances. How's it going? Oh, good, good. 7 p.m. Just enjoying the holiday. Oh, 7 p.m. Am I confused? Where are you? I thought you were in the US, but I must be wrong. Then definitely, right? That's not the US. Mm. Oh, you took a scalp from the zone that I marked from the volume imbalance. Yeah. So Jamali beats. I just went over like what do I want to improve in 2026. Scalping is one of them, and I said the chat is going to help me, and you are one of them. I know you sort of well, yeah, you sort of no, you didn't promise, but you were sort of there for me when I made the promise. Oh, Australia. Okay, gotcha. Um, oh, just like Shamo. So we've got two Aussies here. Um, yeah, and obviously my so scalping is one of them. I think this price action really, and when you have these volume imbalances, like, and it sort of like bounces back and forth, and you can define the range. Well, like I said, well, it's still 10 points, so it should be within my scope. Um, yeah. So I'm just looking for these little things that I can use to start scalping, um, and I notice that 3 minute when top price action is not really favorable, I do use a lot the 3 minute, and then especially those volume imbalance of the 3 minutes are very helpful a lot of the time. So I would definitely would can advise people just to look into it and just go sometimes, go into 3 minute and just look for these volume imbalances. Because look how, boom, here it rejects into it as well. And then we go one higher and we have another one here and this one on top of it. Um, for managing personal greed. We talked about that. Yeah. Um, okay, see, Nat, that's why I said you know so much. You see, you answered the question again. You know all these things. Thank you. Yeah, no, definitely. I need and also I want to do more. I want to have guest speakers on and record because now when I want to make I always wait for YouTube and then I download the YouTube version, but I want to actually record it myself. So I have my video straight away. So that needs extra CPU as well, right? So I need more. And this should have been a good one, but I'm so disappointed in this one because my other one crashed when I was working for the prop firm, and I thought, but actually I think it's even still better. But it's sort of like it's annoying. Um, but yeah, we'll get there. Hey, I said I'm still a YouTuber, but at some point these things need to be perfect. In this phase, I'm allowed to have these little imperfections with, sound not 100% perfect yet, but at some point, unacceptable. That's how I see it. But work in progress, we'll get there. I'm just going faster than I thought. I never thought that I would be um, at this amount of view hours and subscribers where I am right now in 4 months. It's for yeah, I think August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, so almost 4.5 at the end of this month. It's crazy. So, mm. Hello, Dr. Gus. How are you doing? Haven't seen you for a long time. We are seeing each other at the same price where we left each other almost. We're in the same, well, I think we're a little bit lower, but not much. We're still area. We still haven't gone lower, but we are getting there. So I would market order in here, and then I would take it, I guess, to this flat. I would use this, 'cause I see there is a lack of manipulation here. I would go to this week. Let me quickly. Maybe I should start practicing scalping now. It might be a good one. I mean, we're here anyway, right? It's about long. I'm not going to do limit. I guess. I mean, Jamali Beach. You don't do limit orders with scalp. You just market order in. I market order in also on my other trades. To be honest, I always market order. No, it's not the. I know for some people like what? Yeah, no, I don't. I just market order in, and then my stop and my TP, those are limit orders, obviously. But my entrance are always market orders. Something might have to be, I might have to look into too. So I get in here. Let me just see. I market order in, and the moment we have a retest, and then I put my stop right below the volume imbalance. This would be it. But I would get in here somewhere. I just market order in, or my fill might not be that good, so let's put it a little bit higher. So it's still a 3 hour trade almost. Oh, you do buy stops? Interesting. Okay, so you have okay, so you do, so you have, okay, yeah. Oh, 8 points. See, I don't like that, just 8 points. I need it's at least 10 points, so it needs to be better. It needed to be from this one here. I do want to scalp, but it has to be 10 points minimum. So let's say here I market order in, and then my fill is right over here, and then I put it here. That's okay. Okay. Who else scalps here? Who else is a scalper in the chat? Just curious. I just have to start doing it and start liking it more. Yesterday's session was tough to hold trades, just ended up scalping. Yeah, so you adapt. That's good. Exactly. Um, my Wossi is also a scalper. A growing trend also scalper. Okay, so we've got 3 scalpers here. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we rejected in this rejection block here. You're waiting for previous day low to be taken to go long. Okay. I'm actually I want the gap to be filled. I don't want to take any long, but it looks bullish right now, right? Okay. Oh, we're at the macro, by the way. Okay, let's see. Mm, 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 mm. I have to go to my other screen. I want to check a few things. I totally forgot about that. So with this slow price action, I'm getting sort of like down. Okay, so to retrace into the M15 FTG. Yeah. Mm. I was inclined to think that Monday recreated the high, right? But yeah, Jamali Beats. I'm just sort of like looking into that because let's go over the IPTA levels because let me just go over the imbalances that I think that are there that can be rebalanced. That's it. To go over direction. Now, if I go on the high, let me just show you on the lower time frame here. Let me go to the 30-minute on this one. So this is this gap here, this area until, let me put it on so you can see. The yellow box was yesterday opening RTH gap. So it's an imbalance, which means it needs to be balanced, right? There's no price action. We didn't go lower than the 50% yesterday. The wick went lower, but we didn't go. So yesterday PM session, I was thinking, okay, we're going to fill out the rest of the gap because we also have an end walk here. So it was overlapping. And I thought, okay, but it did not do anything. It just ranged. So now, even now, we're not doing it now again. So this is a 1 hour wick also in this gap, but we're just moving up. I think we're going up to go down. So this is, let me talk about today. I hope this area is going to be rebalance, including this little end wall. But then if I go lower, I still have a few other opening range RTH gaps. This one was Fridays, totally unfilled as well. So I do believe we have a rebalance, which is about 400 points lower, right? And technically, I have another one, and a very older one, which is still here that I marked a while back. I still have to look into it, how much. I think it's remaining. Let me see. Yeah, remaining opening range gap. I don't have. I didn't put the date in, but it's a small. It's a left. It's a portion of a gap that hasn't. That still needs to be rebalanced. So that's all the way here. Just remember, let's say 25,000, okay? And then I have one here also from 24th of November. It's just a very, very, very tiny leftover. But now let's go to the IPTA levels. So 25,000. And let's see what the IPTA is giving us. I'm going to go to the daily here. Okay, I'll take everything off here. We don't need this anymore. I don't need these levels. I'll switch this off and walk. Okay, let's put the IPTA levels on. Now, why am I putting the IPTA levels? Because those are the most likely to be used. And you know, on NQ, it's crazy that IPTA 20, 40, and 60 are just it's just one block. Hey Dean, how are you doing? So I'm looking at this. If we might go lower, there's this little gap here. So this is the lowest point that I think if we do go lower at some point, we might go into this little gap here. And then all the other levels that I noticed, I think it's just on a way down, and then it's on its way to take this one up. But we also could just go up, 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 because we have, we could go into this rejection block here. We could take out, we have, also we have here equal highs on the daily, yeah? You see that, 4 equal high. So for me, it's, I just want to see how order flow goes, but we still have 4 days. So who knows, they're going to do both. Could be. Take out a high and then drop, but it's 750 points in one day. I don't know, but we still have 4 days. Just about, okay, what balances, what are we going to rebalance, what liquidity, and what is the direction telling me today? So I'm just going to take it day by day now. I'm not trading my live account anymore. I've decided to not touch it anymore. And I think I'm just going to paper trade the rest of the sessions, because I don't like the price action. It's getting very thin, but I do like to, you know, this is a good time to start practicing scalping and stuff like that. So I'm going to anticipate, because, hey guys, if I paper trade, I treat them the same as any other trade. I journal it. It's to improve anything. So there's no shame in paper trading. And it saves your capital. So to be honest, you know, in all honesty, I would think lower, but if we just keep on going higher, we might just go for this and leave this maybe for later. We have a lot of news. Maybe we're going to get we could get 1,000-point move to the downside, right? It could happen. I don't know. So I'm sort of like just trying at the moment, and I think this is what we need to use at the moment, and that's what the IPTA. I mean, this is the levels that they want to rebalance before the year ends, right? So this one is interesting as well, because you got a volume imbalance here, and are we below it? Let me mark this one. I marked it before, but I took it off because it was a little bit. I think we've been in this one a little bit longer. Are we in it? Are we just are below it? Okay. So I would say if we go back into this volume imbalance and we make our way up, then we might go for these highs here. We've got a devil's mark here with a wick. That's a, this is a magnet. I would be surprised if they leave this, to be honest. But look, this is just too juicy, right? Oh, I think my internet is. I think it's an internet issue, guys. Do you hear me? Okay, so did you guys hear me? Because I think I froze again, right? I think there's an internet issue. I think there's a glitch. Yeah. Did you guys hear my? Could you let me know, please? I saw I froze. Okay, it should be okay again. That's so annoying. Um, so yeah, so at this moment it doesn't look like it just doesn't want to go lower than this. And if we want to go up, okay, well then we go back up. It's all good, NQ, whatever you want, we'll follow you. You heard me? Okay, did you my explanation? Do I no missing words or so I don't need to go over it again? Jamali Beats, is it clear what I said? I just want to double check because I'm not sure how much I froze and how much it impacted the what I said. Yeah. So I'm just following the imbalances and looking at because I can see it. Yeah, I think it's really bad now, right? Oh, smooth on your side. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, if I look at my OBS, it's very smooth. But I okay, good. Okay. You see that the paper trading disconnected, so internet. There are some glitches though because the paper trading disconnected and things like that. So there is something going on definitely. So, but anyway, okay. Seems like we're going up. Okay, I need to get rid of something. Yeah. So I did not engage in the 250 to 310 macro. Just, if I look at it, you know, it does make a low here, but it did take out liquidity, but we didn't retest anything specific. So for me, did anyone take this long, or did anyone enter? Okay, we could see this here as an entry, but then, yeah, no, I'm just gonna wait maybe for the next macro. Let's see if there is a good entry on the. Maybe for scalping, it's very easy, but I don't know. Let's see. I did say, remember I said this looks like it's all engineered to be taken out. I did say it, but then again, where would I enter, right? Okay, I could say 3 o'clock. Okay. Okay, yeah. This was clearly engineered liquidity, so, but then again, I just wasn't, I'm just not long biased. No. Here we go. Yeah, you see all these gaps they create, they left open, right? So I did mention that, so they leave it open just to take it out in one run. Did anyone take this long? This is a nice long though, but retest at 3, we take liquidity, we go below this one. See, we also have a devil's mark here, so those are, we're rejecting this candle here. This is a rejection block with a flat bottom. This is a very strong algorithmic signature. Rejection block with a flat, with a devil's mark, and then you get like a little bit of manipulation below it. That's enough. Now, how would I have taken this? Yeah, this would have been market order in. It takes the inversion. We retest the first presented. Yeah, let's say, okay, let's see if it's a 2. You took the long. Let's see if this is a 2R trade if we use to break a retest. I don't think it will be. Well, maybe it is, because technically we do have a breaker here, right? But I think it's not gonna, I don't think it's a good, let's just see. Let's make it mechanical for those who want to do the breaker retest. This is your breaker here. You always put it at the where you put your, where you would end, where the breaker ends, and your stop loss is just below it. And if you enter below it, you have a higher R to R, but you calculate the R to R from there, right? So let's see, does it give 2R? Yeah, it does. Okay, so this is a break. Okay, this would have worked. Okay, so so you can already see here in this trade, right? Your inversion is activated. This wick goes through it, and you have a close. Then together at the same time, it also activates this breaker, right? And it's in a macro because it's 3 o'clock. So technically, yes. I guess I should have paid more attention. Then here you have your retest of the first presented fair value gap, which is also the retest of the breaker. So you could just order market order in, or if you have a limit order resting, but you calculate it from here, the top of the breaker, and your stop loss has to be below. Just 1 or 2 ticks. And then you have a 2R trade. Am I doing it correctly? Because it does not give exactly 2R. This one is exactly 2R. That is amazing. Okay. So for those who want a mechanical trade, yeah. Okay, it can be 1 or 2 ticks, but it has to be really 1 in this case. Otherwise, you cannot make your 2R. Breaker retest. It doesn't get more mechanical than that, right? So this is a good example. 19 points, so it's still good. I mean, it's still 19 points. That is something that I would I would be interested in. I don't want to go lower than 10 points, but 19 points would be okay. And you're just a bit lower than the top here, so you have already seen this. You know it's already designed to be taken out. So 674. You got in at 674. Okay, around especially that. Yeah. So yeah, you do that. Mawosi did. You did the technically the breaker retest or the inversion retest, whatever. 674. Oh, you just got in when the candle was just on its way to the upside before the retest. Nice. 715, 720. Okay, you want to take it higher. You think it's going to go higher. Could be. 720. We've got the settlement price here and this one here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how much higher. I don't know. I wonder if we go higher because we have a little gap here and settlement price is right over here at the daily open. Yeah, I wonder if we how much higher. I would not. I myself would not take it higher than 700 because this could be a bearish. This one could be a bearish pull down, right? And I think it's exactly in the midpoint as well. This settlement price and this little volume imbalance. I think it's going to go into this volume imbalance right over here on the 4-hour, which is also settlement price. But we'll see. Breaker, yeah. So I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna scalp, those breaker retests is gonna be my model for my scalps. So I'll do a lot of those. So those who want to join me, feel free. I'm gonna practice those. I usually don't do that because I'm not just interested in 20 points, but I think it's still good, especially on days like this. But then you have to focus because scalping needs, you need to be focused. Cannot talk too much. But that was a nice one as well. And it's just you take two. You don't have to think. Just take 2R and don't care. Don't look too much into higher time frame. What I normally do, but then it's just 2R. Boom. I don't care if it goes higher. You get out. And it's wash, rinse, and repeat. And it might not always work, but it works 80%. It's good enough for me. I used to backtest that one before but then I just sort of like moved away from it. Who uses the breaker retest? Who trades? Who use the breaker in their analysis and in their trading? Are there a lot of people, or? Well, let's see how far I can go up. Uh, 323. Okay, let's see if it's going to go to your level. My WOSI has 715, 720-ish. Let's see. I think when we get over 720, I think we're going to go higher. I mean, once we go over over this level here, I think we might go just all the way back up, right? Are you now, Wosi, are you bullish for the rest of the session? Yeah. Either we have to reverse from here, or I have to adapt my my bias to the downside, because then they might leave this for later, and then maybe the rest of the all those imbalances also. And once it starts going down, maybe it just takes everything out, I guess. And but it's interesting. I like it that way. I'm a little bit taken by surprise. Puts me on edge again. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, look, we are above this level. Let's see if we're gonna get a wick and reversal or not, or we get. It's 324. I might get a continuation. Time. Yeah, I think it's gonna continue. Let's see. Yeah, you know, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, there's much more liquidity here. There is so much more liquidity here that let me go to the 5 minute again just to get the structure. Okay, here we have another breaker. See, I'm totally not paying attention, guys. Another trade here. Now, for me, I do trade outside macro, but only in the 20 to 40. But then things have to happen between 20 and 24ish, and this happens actually right over here. Another breaker. Just missing everything, but actually there are good trades now, to be honest. Uh, Now, actually, I don't even think that this is a small trade anymore. I think we're in distribution. Oh, I'm already here. Yeah, yeah. Look how this is set up. We're going up. We're gonna take Asia high. Oh, a breaker. Let's see again. The retest was at 20 here. It's another 2-hour trade. Breaker, full breaker. Below. One tick. And I would take it to the midpoint of this wick here. That will be my safe bet. I think that's even lower than the 2R, or higher than 2R. I would even take it. I would just leave it here. How many points? 27 points. Interesting. Off cycling. It is 3 web now. Okay, let's see. If we get another. Let me go to the 1 minute again, because I might enter on a paper trade just to see. I like that. I mean, we have a lot of liquidity to the upside. I like that wick on the 5 minute. So that's somewhere around here. 728. 30 points. Now I missed the breaker retest. This was the best one, right? But let's see if we can get more. I think we're gonna get a continuation up to 340ish. Let's see. I might enter. Now the only thing is, if I enter here, how am I going to do my stop loss, right? So that's the only thing. So this was a perfect enter because because you have a good R to R, right? You've got your 2R trade. Now how am I going to do it here? Maybe we'll get a retest again. Let's see. Now I technically don't like it when you have 2 retests. Oh, but did we actually activate the breaker here? Let me just double check, because we actually did. Did we? No, we did not. Or did we? Hold on. Hold your horses. That's important. On the 1 minute. Okay, on the 1 minute, it's like so. Yeah, and this is the retest because in the 1 minute we did not activate it. Okay, this is a low. Oh shit! Yeah, I got taken out because of my internet connection broke. I'm gonna take this breaker retest. Um, it might fail, but we'll see because it's a very small. My stop loss is gonna be just below the breaker here, just here. And my TP was gonna be all the way up there. Okay, so it's just 14 ticks. I can. That's a very small risk. I like that. And then my TP was gonna be all the way up here at 2.5. Okay, let's see. That's a small risk. But I want the movement needs to be done between 340. Very small risk. Like it. Hmm. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'll be stopped out. But it's 14 ticks, so that's okay. It's such a small. So you really want to have this move here, and then your 2R, right? And then you're safe. Could still work out, but it's less probable. Yeah, I think it's we're gonna go down because of this here. Because of this, it's gonna push us down. This is volume imbalance. See, the bodies are already below it, so I would think it's gonna go lower. This might be the high of this move. Let's see. I do think if we go over this one, we're really gonna go. Um, we might really turn very bullish, but let's see. I think it's done in this. Well, on the other hand, we might go back down. The 4 hour. Let me just think about the 4 hour candle. Are we? We're gonna go into this wick here. So we rejected here. We could also go lower because we are in at 3:30. We still have 3:30, 4:35, 30, 2.5 hours to go. Okay, let's see. Three, 3. Well, for 14 ticks, I don't really mind to take a little bit of a risk, right? I mean, let's say you take a micro, for example. It's such a small risk, right? It's 3.5 points. Even on a, it's good. We are above settlement price. That's a red line. So let's see. Come on, you've got 6 more minutes to go. Half a minute. Oh, this could be a rejection block here, right over here. Got a little wick now, and we could reject right over here. Let's see if what it does. Oh, we have another one, similar here. A little bit different. No, it's the same structure. Okay, funny. Let's see. Okay. Come on, if you go a little higher, I can. I know it doesn't go to half, but I would rather have, and I would just one tick, so I have a little bit. Let's say pace me a little bit. And then I can give it another go without having a losing trade. I don't care. Because, you know, this one was the high probability trade, and this one is sort of like, you know, there's too many if and buts. It still could reverse here because of this. You know, most of the move has already gone, so it's still a bit sort of like a riskier trade, I guess. I'm not going to wait. Uh, 3:37, 3 more minutes. Let's see. So this was an inversion as well, I guess. I'm just looking here. I missed this one as well. 2-9. Retest was outside macro though. And this one was in the first percentile, also possible. Interesting. I love this first percent fair value back because look how. Let's see. Scalpy. Ooh. Choo, 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 choo. 3:38. I don't like the time anymore too much. Should have moved already a little bit, but actually, I'm actually preferring to go short in this area, to be honest. Yeah, I might reverse straight away to a short if I'm stopped out. I'm not. It's not a losing trade yet, so I still have a. That would be amazing if it still goes and it doesn't stop me out on one tick. Guess luck is on my side today. See, for a scalp needs to be fast, right, Jamali Beats? I don't want to be in a scalp and it should be, you get in, it starts moving and you know straight away if you're wrong or right. I really don't like to get into chop on a scalp. Now, this is a very low, this is just for, you know, very minimal risk, but if it's a one-to-one, I would want to know straight away. Then I don't want to be in this situation. You want to know within, let's say, at least maximum half a minute. Okay, it's going to be wrong or right. That is for me also part of a scalp. See, I think it's going to be, oh, I think I'm going to reverse it straight away. When I'm going to be stopped out, it's going to be a short. 340. Yeah, the move should have been done already. In, out, or throw. Yeah, accept the profit as, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is too long. This is okay for 60, 50, or any higher trade. You're okay to sit through and you just wait a little bit longer. But I don't like this for even if I paper trade, I feel the same. Like it makes me very uncomfortable. And even though I would now, if it would be a losing trade, I still don't. Sort of like, yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So let's see. Maybe now we're forming the four. Let's see if we get distribution to the downside. Yeah, it should be. I'm gonna go follow my gut. I'm just paper. I'm only paper trading before the end of the year, guys. I don't feel like putting anything. Be a little bit higher because it's gonna be a larger trade for me. I need to see my levels. I think it's gonna be a lot. I mean, again, I'm gonna go into a larger trade though. But where's my? Oh, I put it away, right? I moved away from this. Let me quickly. Oh shit, it's now going in my. So you get slapped around on both sides, right? Oh, I'm gonna be stopped out again. That's hilarious. Okay, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Okay, this is taken. This is taken. 651. Let's see. Okay, 34 ticks, a little bit higher. Should be. We should be above this wick because we got a flat candle here, which could reject in here. So let's see. 343. So I want this to become a down close candle. That's actually what I want to see, but I can frame it both ways at the moment. But because of this gap here, I'm like, yeah, aren't we supposed to? But it could just make another few of these 4-hour candles, right? But let's see. Oh, I forgot to check something. I forgot something to check. Let me check time. What time are we in? 3:44. Hmm. 4:30. 4:30. Okay, could be. Let's see. Half a minute. I have zero expectations, guys, of price action. It could wake me out. So many people too. It doesn't really bother me if it does. It's all low probability. Half a minute. I don't know why that song is in my head. I think it's because of speaking about minutes and time. You know, during trading, I get this weird song in my mind. Hey Jamali Beats, I want to ask you. So I came across your YouTube channel, and you said you live in Australia, but you're very inspired by African beats, right? So I'm just interested how that. Would you like to share your how how you got into what you're doing, which was pretty awesome actually. I listened very shortly, but I'm definitely going to listen a bit more when I get more time. Look at okay. Is it from Ghana? Yeah. Is that your? Yeah. Okay. So you have uh, Ghanaian roots. It's pretty awesome. What I've heard so far. Yeah, guys, check it out. I mean, if can make some advertisement for you, uh, the YouTube channel of Jamali Beats. Some pretty awesome beats on it. so you is it just so you design or you create music? Well, I mean that's pretty awesome. That's pretty clear. But have you done that all your life? It must be so awesome to be creative in that way. So have you lived all your life in Australia, or did you move at some point from Ghana to Australia? I actually love the African continent. With all its issues, I just love I can't explain what it is, but there's something about the African soil. Yeah, worked for myself that way for the last 12 years. Nice. Okay, now let's see. Now I'm just because price doesn't make the large moves like it used to. I'm sort of like contemplating if I should adjust my TP. Um, so I'm just asking myself: is this AMD right? Accumulation? Is this a manipulation move, and will this be the distribution move? Because I still have this bias to the downside because of those gaps, right? So that's why I'm sort of contemplating, like, is this a manipulation? Am I correct? And am I able to get my distribution move? And again, I'm sort of like getting into distribution, but I have to be careful. Let me just, I want to calculate the, oh shit. Is this my distribution? Could be, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that if that's the case. So we rejected at, let me see. Want to calculate the manipulation move. So we didn't even get to 2 on the 5. Let me see. Oh, look at my TP. It's exactly at 4. Isn't that? Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Breaker. Let's see if we're gonna disrespect this breaker now. I need to. Okay, I think that's actually a good. You know what? I should bring my TP or my stop loss lower now, because if we do, we bounce from here. We're respecting this breaker. We're gonna go up. It's sort of like this is a unicorn, right? I mean, this is a breaker with a. So I'm almost inclined to think that we might go higher from here. I'm gonna bring it to. If I'm stopped out again, it's again a 0 and no losing trade. I didn't see this, by the way. You know, honestly, I didn't see it. I don't think I would have taken it, the short. But it could disrespect it, might as well. If this is but on the other hand, I'm like, this looks like this is bullish structure, right? Breaker, retest, and then you take it up. So again, then I have to flip my. I have to go back again. But if I would have seen this, I would have waited for this retest on the 5 minute. So sometimes you need to zoom out, right? But let's see if it. Because the only thing that worried me a little bit was that it did not really reach 2.5, like for a breaker, even though it might be a manipulation move, I think it's still going to go higher, because it was like sort of 1.75 or something. Yeah, I think I should go long here, to be honest. This will be, again, this is the same trade, but then better, but who knows? I'm staying in the trade because I made a decision, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have to journal it. You see, it's bouncing off this bloody, it's a long. I think it's a long from here. You go short too? Yeah, Dean, I'm just not sure. I think it's a long. I think it's a breaker retest. I didn't see it properly. But I still have on the higher time frame, I would say a short, but on the lower time frame, I would see this breaker and this fair value gap, and we're retesting the first presented. So I think I'm going to be stopped out, but that's okay. I've got 2 stop outs, both in 0 loss. But then again, if I would go long, this will be I can go long as well. Well, let me frame the trade. I just want to quickly get breaker, boom. It's literally the same breaker on the 1 minute, but now you have a proper continuation. Yeah, I should go long. I mean, this is, yeah, I can't leave this trade. This is too yummy. Yeah, I would never go short in this area. But then again, on the higher time frame, I'm conflicted, guys. Okay, Dean wants to go short, so that also conflicts me because I know he's a good trader as well. Yeah, I'm still long bias now. 4 hour, we got 2 more hours to go. On the 4 hour, what we're gonna do? We're lower. We resisted here. we still have this gap here. This is too much of a, I mean, if as a breaker retest trader, this is just, you do not let this one go. But is it going to fill? This is one of the times it's going to fill. We went into, did we go into original consolidation? Buy side. See, it doesn't look like it's done yet, but we could, this could be original did we tap into it? Yes, we did. Could be done. Okay, yeah, this is a long, you know, this is a trade I took so many times. I'm getting out. This is a long, guys. This is the breaker retest. I cannot. Yeah, you know, this is too much of a long. So I mean, I'm gonna switch. Don't need to think about this one. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. It's fine. It could. Okay, let's see. What time is it? I didn't even look at the time. Oh, okay. I should have waited for my macro. But let's see. It looks, you know, I'm conflicted because it could go short or long. This. You know, for the higher time frame tells me it's a short, and the lower time frame tells me it's a long. So $3.50, 4 o'clock coming. Favorite macro. Hi, Patti. Tamir, how are you doing? And Q God. You should go to 30 seconds up to 1 minute using 30-minute structure as a good guide. Pretty hard structure takes the guessing out. Not really. I mean, it's for me more the higher time frame tells me we got so much imbalances to the downside, but I think we're going to get one more move to the upside and then go down. But hey, it could fail as well. It's okay. Oh, just paper trading. End of the year. I'm done with all my. I'm closed. I've closed my books. But it still sucks if I'm stopped out in with a loss on paper live. O and Q, come on, you're in the macro. Let me go to the 1 minute. I need my 1 minute structure, my candles. So you see how confusing this is, right? On the 1 minute, we never even tapped into this first presenter. So that's confusing. Hi, Patty. How many years experience in Nasdaq? 3 years. I've been married to NQ. We're in a relationship. But I deviated to gold, so that's why he's a little bit annoyed. Because I was sort of like, NQ after 3 years, if you don't mind. But I came back. I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa. I'm a digital nomad. I travel, but I'm here permanently. I don't. I'm not really traveling in the sense of traveling around at the moment, but I just move around the world wherever I want to be, and it's South Africa now. South Africa. You see, guys, I'm so happy that I'm not trading at the moment, live money. I just don't like that. It's just too slow and too fickle and stuff like that. Are you from India, Tamil Nadu? Okay. Hey, chocolate 9227. Hello, how are you? My God, you make me feel like I want my chocolate again. Normally I want it in the evening, but now I see the name chocolate again and I'm like, oh shit, I want my chocolate now. I'm doing great. Oh, you're in Portugal. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy because we got nice weather today. It's sunny, no wind for one day, no wind. I'm happy that well, we're at the end of the year, and just going over what I've learned so much and what I want to improve. And it's okay. I'm just sort of like easing out, and I'm just really happy with the YouTube adventure, how things are going. I just started 4.5 months ago, and it's just been such an amazing journey. So, hey, Bakimi, Toronto. Hello, Canada. We've got like the whole world here today. Ghana, Australia, the US, India, Portugal, Canada. This is one of the things that I really, I guess, I'm very passionate about trading, but it's the end of the year, and I'm just paper trading now because I'm just also like, I really have scaled down my expectations of the market, but the the chat and the community that has been developing in these 4.5 months has definitely given me so much. Um, I didn't know how much I missed the community, to be honest, to so to say, and yeah, it has been quite a fascinating journey so far. But I'm just so happy that I jumped on that bandwagon because I would never have started a YouTube channel if the universe didn't give me the few steps before that. So yeah, so it's actually a beautiful year, and ending it now almost. Thinking about what's going on, what I want to do better, how I can improve the channel and the Discord especially. So I'm very happy actually. Yeah, and it's actually you guys. It's actually that's it, the community so far that really makes me extremely happy. So again, thank you guys. I cannot say enough. You guys thank me a lot, but it's also the other way around, right? Because there's no channel without you guys. People sometimes, I guess, forget that. Like, hey, there will be no channel without any people watching or subscribing and just being part of the journey. So very grateful, extremely grateful, and it makes me emotional also a little bit. But I guess that's end of the year. Yeah, trader life. Yeah, also like how, life, how privileged you can be. And but hey guys, things don't come always very easy, but at some point then it looks maybe easy at some point, but it's not always. You have to work hard to get there. Hey Maximus, hi Londa. What future brokers do you use, guys? I in South Africa, and which one do you? Okay, so Maximus, I live in South Africa, and if you're talking about prop firms or just the broker itself, um, okay, in the meantime, Bakimi, how long have you been doing this? If training live on YouTube. Hey, I just started 4 months, 4.5 months ago. So I'll tell you my journey. I was trading by myself, and because I live in South Africa as a Dutch person, I'm not allowed to have a normal job here. So I have an IT background, but I didn't want to go back to IT. So I thought, I have to make the trading work because if I want to live and travel, I need money, right? So I was trading already, and I found ICT 3 years ago, and that made me profitable after 1.5 years studying. And but I was just doing it by myself. I used to live in the bush in Hoesprout, so but the Wi-Fi wasn't too good there, so I was struggling a little bit. But I never realized that I wasn't very active in chats and stuff like that. But then I got headhunted by a prop firm, and she said, we're looking for a trading for a futures coach. Would you like to collaborate with us? We want you to do a few tests and see if, how you trade and if you fit in our team and blah, blah, blah. So I did, and everything seemed to be fine. And so they hired me. And that was the first time. So I had to buy a lot of stuff to say, oh, we're also going to do YouTube. So you will be live with 3 or 4 other coaches, and you will coach as well on the side. So I said, okay, that's nice. I think I like to do that because I get to learn new other people that are in the trading business as well. So I did that, but there were too many rules that I didn't. At some point, I was like, oh, I couldn't say this. I had to sometimes really lie about some things, and I had to have a black screen. I could only use Project X, and I don't like Project X. I'm honest about that. So first one, Maximus, no Project X. And so the lady that headhunted me, she told me, Iris, the business teams, you keep on saying things that we ask you not to say. And I said, yeah, but I can't lie. And I said, I want to be honest. I want to be transparent. And she said, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. Well, she says, you know what? You need to start your own YouTube channel. I believe in you, but I think you're better off just doing your own thing. And you can say what you want. You can do what you want. And I said, nah, She says, yes, you need to do that. And she pushed me. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for her, I would have never ever thought about it. So there we are. Because she says, you bought all this stuff. You had a lot of internet. I had to sort my internet out. I had to buy lights. I had to buy a webcam. I had to buy a lot of things. So that's where we are, and that's how I started. And she said, just start, just do it, and I did. Listen, I have no social media, not whatsoever, and I just started. And I just, the first time, there were sometimes I had streams that I was like, oh shit, is no one listening? And then it's funny, and I thought, no, you're not gonna stop the stream. You're just gonna keep on going, like to pretend like this, someone will. It's just like your own journal. And then those were the best streams eventually. And then yeah, it was an amazing journey. And here we are already at almost 650 subscribers. My view hours are through the roof. It's absurd. It's absurd how I mean, this channel is already behaving. I don't know anything about stats, but someone who does, and I checked with Grok and ChatGPT. This channel is behaving like it has already over 2,000 subscribers. Crazy. So very thankful. But then again, I want to keep it personal, and I don't want to grow too fast. If that makes, I do want to grow, but not too fast. So that's my story about YouTube, and I realized how much I missed I did miss the community and being together with other traders and talked about it. And because I'm a big nerd. I can table read all day. And I am going back to the other question. Are you using ICT concept only? I'm ICT based. I believe, yeah, I don't believe in any of that retail bullshit because that cost me too much money for 3 years. After I found ICT, I got profitable within 1.5 years, and I use a lot of time. I've gone very deep into time, but that just means deeper into finding the algorithmic signatures. So it's ICT concept, but more time based. I added more time based elements to the trading, but they're all, I guess, I found my own trading identity, but most ICT traders will recognize my style. Yeah. So a Maximus. So I actually was I was doing very well on Top Step, and they wanted to bring me to live at that point, and then they found out at that time. I think they changed that now again, but then because I was first in the Netherlands and then I moved to South Africa, they wanted me to move to live, and but I was in South Africa, and South Africa was on their restricted list, so they were very strict, so we had to they couldn't move me to live. So then I was still my funded future, same thing, but they were a little bit less strict, and they let me in sim fund a little bit longer. And then I thought, oh my god, South Africa is on every restricted country, so I can't trade prop anymore. But at some point, my funded next came around, and TPT, so take profit trader, and Tradeify, I believe all of them you can trade as on in South Africa because they leave you in sim. So what my favorite at the moment is Funded Next. I use that. Now for my own account, I have an American company that I was able to open, but I don't know if it's because I'm Dutch or because I think I use my Dutch passport and they didn't ask me my. We did KYC, but I'm not sure. I think I gave my South African address. So that was Iron Beam. So if you want to start your own Iron Beam, and that's my Rhythmic account. So that's where my live account is. And then my platform at the moment is only Funded Next. So that's what I use. But then again, hey, I would not recommend. I'm sorry to say, I always recommended Top Step, but I just had, since they went over to only Top Step Project X, I don't know. It's for me already um, not okay when a prop firm is also delivering the brokerage, and I think they're screwing up a lot nowadays. I think it's yeah. Oh, you're stuck. Um, yeah. Life. I just took a leap of faith and I just took a lot of risk. But hey, listen, guys, it wasn't easy. I've been scammed. I had a lawsuit. I'm still in a lawsuit, by the way. It's not easy sometimes, but yeah, it's freedom. There's nothing worth more than freedom. Freedom. Let me see if I'm in a long, but maybe I should. I don't know if I wonder if we are going to reverse here. That this was the last move up, right? You have to take shorter trades. You cannot stay too long. You cannot overstay in your trades nowadays, right? Get in, get out, get paid, and run. Take your money and run. Let's see, what time is it? 4:14. Can you send me the link for the future broker? Oh, you mean for your own account? Just Iron Beam. Um, Iron Beam. Let me see. There you go. But if I were you, I would also just Google some more. But I like them. They're very. But I think there wasn't a problem with me being in South Africa because I did give a South African my address. Yeah. There are many options. They have many options. So depending on what you want and what you. Let me see who I spoke to. Let me give you my contact person as well. It's good to have your own contact person. John, I think his name was Giancarlo. Hold on. Then you can ask for him because he, yeah, Giancarlo. Let me. I'll give you his email. I'll put the email here. No, I'm not going to do that. Let me just. Oh, you know what? It's actually Edge Clear. It's both Edge Clear. I think Edge Iron Beam is part of Edge Clear. Let me see. Edge Clear. Um, Edge Clear. It's Edge Clear or Iron Beam. I think one of them is part of the bigger picture because I have emails with both of them. But my contact person, if you want to make it easier, is I'll put his name here. It's always good to have a contact person, right? Okay, there you go. That's maybe you can ask him. Listen, I'm in South Africa, and I know someone who has a contact who is a part of who has an Iron Beam account, and I'm gonna break it even. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. And again, look where we exactly where we are bouncing off, guys. This is yesterday's first presented of the London session. Look how it beautifully is. It's just magic. It is. I mean, according to ICT, this one is only to be used in London. Well, okay, but this he didn't say like 2 days only for that specific session. He specifically said that. But I'm keeping them on my charts. I'm telling you. Hell no, they're not going on my charts. And if people there's too much on your chart, yeah, well they make me money. Well, not this time, but hey, being right is also took partial TP and trail the rest. Yes. So the first attempt was just too early, right? So sometimes you're off because time, but then again, it's actually the same trade works out now, but it was just too early. It needed a little bit of a retracement. At what time did it start working out? It was the so 340. Yeah. So I just need to wait until the next macro, right? So here at 352, and then we move our way back up. 420. Oh, should I get out? Now, what did I put my TP there? Did I think about my TP or did I just do it? because it's sort of like an important level here. Yeah, I think I should get out because look here. And we also hit a level that I have marked as well. Let's see. I think one more little leg higher. Did I calculate it properly as well? What did I do? Yeah, it shouldn't go lower than this anymore. See, we got another breaker. We just could go lower than this. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna leave it and see if it goes any lower. Higher. Higher, I mean. So Dragon Slayer, yeah, I used to do voluntary work in the bush. I used to, and I fell in love with the bush, and I always thought, oh, when I retire, I want to live here. But then COVID came, and my company, I used to work for KLM. I was in IT in the Netherlands, and uh, they offered a voluntary resignation, which was quite a bit of money that they offered because I worked quite a bit of years for them already, and that was a pretty good deal. And I sold my house. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to sell everything and I'm going to take a leap of faith. And there was no plan B. And then I wasn't even profitable as a trader at that time. I became profitable while I was here. I didn't have I thought, you know what, I have to make it work. Otherwise, I can't stay here. So there was a little bit of a pressure as well. But I was like, yeah, I mean, there's no plan B. I actually don't know. Does anyone in chat knows if there's any prop firm that supports stock trading? I'm sure there is, but I don't know. But maybe people in the chat know. Samsha, Trade the Pool is stock trading prop related to 5%ers who have a good rep in Forex. Okay. I never heard of that. Trade the Pool. Yeah, it's actually funny that you don't have any prop firms that do stocks, right? It's very limited, I guess. Or maybe there are more, but you don't hear a lot of them. I think there's also a few now that do crypto more and more, but I think people lost interest in crypto right now, I would presume. Oh, here we go, the bloody wind coming again. Oh, god damn it. I hate this wind here. I want to go back to the low felt. Now, how many times I had to get my stuff at the neighbors? Everything just blew off my balcony. Chairs, my yoga mat, my towels. And it just comes and it just pops up. The wind has been very abnormal here, apparently. This is not normal. So, but it's just like a lot of wind. So even though I live here near a beach, but sometimes it's just impossible to go to the beach with that amount of wind. It's just not very pleasant to walk. Um, Okay, well, let's see if we can finalize it. Oh, whoa. Well, here you go, guys. You see? You guys hear slam the door. It's just these wind gusts. They're really extreme. Why did I get into that FUG? No, actually, it's a breaker retest trade. So I was looking at the breaker here. Breaker's right over here. It's a retest of this breaker. So that normally is a bullish structure, and that's why I got in. I was actually in a short, but I started to realize I was wrong. So that's why my entry is not as perfect. And then I just swapped, and now I already told my stop a little bit higher. But this is a breaker, and with a fair value gap, that's actually it's not really the unicorn that ICT called, but we call it a unicorn. So it's a very high probable bullish setup. Breaker with a fair value gap in it, encapsulated, retest of it, you take a long, and your stop goes below the breaker, and I haven't really looked at my R to R lately, but my usually my trades are over 60 points, and I have many recaps on my channel. You can see, you can watch them. I do put the R to R there. I calculated, but I've stopped putting a spreadsheet on it. I've done that many years, but actually that's a good question, because you know what? Most people only ask what's your win rate, and I'm like, I have to laugh. I'm like, that's such a stupid question, because you don't know win rate if you don't know someone's R to R. Is that those two have to go together? Because if I can have a win rate of 50% and be extremely profitable if you know how I trade. But if you don't know someone's R to R or how people trade, it doesn't make any sense, because it's like sometimes people troll that they ask it, because I'm like, how do you learn? Why are you interested in that? What does it, you know? So I'm always sort of like, okay, why do you ask that? Because it doesn't mean, but when you ask R to R and win rate, it's more of, then people can get a sort of a better view. But is it important to you, why and what, how it is? Because I don't know at the moment anymore. I stopped tracking it. I used to be very specific about it, and but I don't know at the moment. I'm green. I can live off it. I live off trading, but something that this year really improved is my larger trades. So most of my trades are not below. So this is almost a scalp. I usually don't do this. People that are in the chat will know. Most of my trades. You'll see my recaps as well. There are no recaps under, I think under 75 or maybe 60 points. I don't even look at trades for 20 points anymore. I just want the bigger one. So this is actually a small trade for me. Bakimi, there is not one strategy I can explain. Today, this was the breaker retest trade. That was the trade of today. But I use many things when I go over my strategy or when I look for a trade. There are many things that I take into account. Time. There we go. Okay. I use rejection blocks. I use time. I look at many things. I use a lot. I call myself an AMD trader, so I mainly trade the distributions of trades. I usually wait for the manipulation move to be finalized before I enter a distribution. So that's why I have the larger moves, right? So power 3, I look at the higher time frame a lot. But there's not just one strategy. I have a couple of models that I use, but there are many. There's just too much to really. I cannot really say, oh, I use one thing. It's like building blocks. If you use ICT and you start getting better at things, you start combining logic and start to understand order flow. I look for imbalances and so there's many things that I look at. So I cannot really just, I mean, this should be enough. Today I went over a couple of breaker retest trades. I think there's a lot of information there. I think it's very mechanical, especially for a beginner. If you don't want to think about, where should I put my TP? Where is my stop loss? If you use the breaker retest that I went over to in this stream, I think it's one of the best strategies to use as a beginner. And it's very mechanical. You always have your 2-hour trade. You use the strategy as I explained it in the stream, and I showed it now I think 2 times that it works on this stream. And I tried to actually show it every time on stream because I want people that are just starting out to have a model that is easy. It's easy to recognize and easy to backtest and easy to implement. So that's why I keep referring back to this breaker retest. And now I took it myself. And it made me also get out of my losing trade before it was a losing trade, and I reversed. And how many points was it? I think it was over 100. I think it was 50 points or something, right? Hey, Tamira, my name is Iris, not Patty. How come you call me Patty all the time? Is that yes, I have a Discord, Tamir. I put the link in it's pinned. Anyone who wants to join the Discord, it's still growing, but it is a way for me to, especially the next year, to also, build a community and be active there as well, organize things and educational stuff, but also to communicate easier with my community, with you guys. So, but stop calling me Patty. Call me Iris. My name is Iris. What is your I actually should, well, so Barikayum, it's actually, I'll tell you. So my larger trades, my distribution trades, they vary between 4 to 8 R. Sometimes they are even better, but they vary between 4. But I have to work on my stop loss placement. So what happens in this year, because I got better. No, Bakim, just go rewatch this video and you will. I go over it many times. I will make a video. I might make a video on it, but for now, if you really want to go over this. Literally, I think lately I've been trying to show this, even though I did not take it, to show the breaker retest all the time. But in this video, in this stream, I do it, I think, the most clear. So if you want to quick and you want to see it in live action here, and also see where I changed my bias because of the breaker retest on the 5 minute, you see it here on the 5. Then on the 1 minute, it's not so clear. So you also have to scroll through time sometimes. So use this one for to start with. But I think it's a good one to make a video on. But it won't be tomorrow. Just to continue about the R to R. So when I start this year is actually where I start really getting better into those larger moves. But then a new problem arose, and that was my stop loss split. I threw my stop too fast. So what happens? My 8R trade. I have one recap actually where that happens as well, and I'm supposed to make another recap, but I just didn't have the time yet. Exactly the same thing happened. So I got stopped out, and it was a winning trade, but it got instead of 8R, it was 2R. And now I get back in because the move is continuing, and I get back in, and eventually it still adds up almost to the same. But obviously you lose a few points, and you have to pay commission if you're on a live account, right? So that's something I'm working on, just to keep it at 8R and have it in one trade. So that's something that is like, when you grow in one area, a new problem comes with that, right? You prove something, it's like something else that's attached to it. It's like, so that's something that I have to, because I don't get really nervous because I'm sort of like very confident in the trade, but I don't know, something in the brain. I just want to move it very fast. And then, when I look at it, I'm like, of course it's the retracement that's going to go there. It's just like you don't register it anymore once you're in the trade. So it's really weird. So, so I guess I just, yeah, I want to have my 8R trades stay 8R trades when it hits TP, right? But I'm sort of like, I get sometimes stopped out in profit. Not necessarily. So, so that's something I'm working on. 2.5R with a 50. Wait, then you're profitable, right? That's profitable. And it doesn't really matter if it's, but you will be profitable with the 2.5R and a 50% win rate, right? So it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you manage to be consistent with that and you have 50% and you build on your model and your model starts getting 60%, I think you want to focus on getting the 50% is not bad. I mean, people think, oh, 50%. No, I mean, if you start, 50% is if you're starting and you backtest and you have 50%, but you always have managed to have over 2R trade, you're doing okay. You're really not doing bad. So, JC, go to ICT and go to the breaker block. I do not want to spend too much time on this channel going over the very, very, very basics. But I have my Discord, I have created a ICT area for the core content where the breaker block is explained and all the PDRAs, which are necessary to understand what I'm talking about. But I think it's a very good thing to go over if you want to learn, because the breaker block is, I think, one of the easiest PDRAs to learn. And once you start implementing them, they can really help you also to define structure in the trade. But I do not want to, because otherwise I'll be explaining that all the time. I don't mind if you have been studying and you have a few. Okay, I don't know if that's a compliment if you call me grandmother. I'll take it as a compliment, I guess, but not sure if I would really take it as a compliment, but it's okay. So I have this grandmotherly feel, huh? But I don't mind to go over it when people have been studying, but just going from the basic, it takes too much away from the channel. But yeah, check in the Discord because I made it specifically only for beginners, and I'm going to leave it for beginners as well. It's core content, month 4. That's where you will find the most important information about the PDRAs, and the breaker is one of them. But talking about, I think it's time to touch some grass for me. But Tammy, yeah, just call me Iris. I mean, do I look that old, by the way? Do I look like a grandmother? It's actually very funny. Do I look that tight? No, I'm so. I think it's meant to be a sort of uh, like in Colombia they call you mommy. Um, but grandmother, I don't think I don't feel like I want to be a grandmother yet. I mean, you can go through, can't go through though. Not sure what there is. Did you use the code? What are you in? Okay, hold on. No, you need. I need to make you a member. I need to do something. It's not automated for some reason. Let me. Oh, I'm gonna try straight away so we can check. Okay. Let me check straight away. I need to do that manually. So have you ticked the rules? You do need to tick the rules. Have you done that? Did you tick the? No, I don't do yoga. I do have a yoga mat, but I do exercises, but I don't do yoga actually. But let me just go in the Discord quickly. Let me quickly do that, guys. By the way, I do London and New York. Yes. Um, but I've been streaming a lot. No, you have to click the rules. But I'll check for you. No worries. No worries. I'll get you in. No worries, guys. And it's on. I mean, I'm still building it, and I have to find, and I need your input as well, guys. Like what you know, what kind of topics do you want me? I want to organize some sessions as well, get-togethers, maybe to find out where people's, you know, where people's not. I don't want to say issues, but hey, listen, I wanted to learn on this because I don't want to spend too much time on the stream on specific topics, but outside, maybe on the Discord, you know, we can organize things as well. It's about me also. You guys can talk and you know, we can go live together and stuff like that. I really want to make it a hub as well and get maybe some other traders in. um, we have Wiku. He wants to collaborate with me, and he provides basic. He has a mentorship, and he provides like basic information. So I gave him an own tab. So we're building. But hey, it's only 4 months, right? 4.5. So, but you guys are the OGs. Hold on, where are you? Oh my God, there's so many people. Wow. I'm definitely, guys. I'm going to use the Christmas holiday as I'm going to do a lot. I'm really going to make sure. And if you guys have input, please give it to me. Hey, listen, tell me like, hey, listen, I want you. I'm interested in this, or I would like to have a session about. I really need input because then I know what to. I just don't know really what to. If, like people would like. I've got some ideas, but like, yeah, well, people really like me to go over that. But I'll just organize some things and see if there's interest or not. I just have to do it. Oh, I see Sammy. Oh, another female. I love that. Finally, I need my females. I need more females here. Okay, here we go. Oh, Bakimi, you're a female too. I didn't see that. Oh, nice. I love it. That was one of my wishes as well, to have also bring more females in the space. Um, here we go. Okay. Done what? No, it's okay. You guys are in today, New York. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely today because we got 8:13 news, guys. Oh my God, so I want to share something with you guys. I see there's 61 people watching now. That's the first time that I had so many people watching. That's crazy. I'm so humbled by you guys. Really, truly am. Um, truly am. But yes, no, definitely. I just want to double check. I went over the news today, and especially this 8:13 news. I I do let it sip, you know, just let it simmer. But on the other hand, because it's last days, let me think. Maybe it's better to do an early stream when the news is there. Normally, I just let it go, and then my models don't present itself before 8, before 10. But maybe because of the news, I have to start earlier because it's the last day anyway. Today is 23rd, 8:30 news. And then 10 o'clock. Yeah, and then if price action becomes very, we just end the stream early. So I think it's better maybe to do it sooner. And then maybe if price action, because the last few days, PM sessions has been really horrible. So I think I'll start the stream at 8:30 today or 8:45. Let the news, yeah, I'll do that today, 8:45. And then we'll see until price action is, does nothing anymore. We just stop. I think that's a good thing to do before Christmas. And then we have a longer break. Yeah. Hey, Grounded Cove, how are you? Today's your first day. Yes, I'm happy to have you guys all over. Thank you so much. I really am. I'm honored with your support and yeah. And like I said, it's been an amazing year, and I'm a little bit also like in disbelief that how well things are going, and I'm extremely excited for the next year as well. So okay, guys. Well, we made a move. I think it's going to. It's 5 o'clock now. I need a little bit of a break, and we'll watch price action, and then news coming at 8:30. I think we might get some good price action, and I'll start the stream at 8:45. If anyone, yeah, I'm looking forward to see you guys there. Any questions before I let you go? Any questions, comments? So Tamir, you can send me a message on Discord. No problem. No way your streams have more value than no names. I don't want to mention it. What do you mean, Nat? I don't understand. Did I say that my streams have more value than other names? Nat, I don't understand what your comment. I did not say that my streams are better than other streams or something like that. Okay, well, Arslan, I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa. No, 61. No, I just looked and oh, now it's 48, but there was, let me check. It's like I just looked and you have like the highest amount of people that you have in your stream at once. So it was 61, and normally it has been already out for the amount of subs that I have. It's already very high, but it was when I looked, it was 61, not 61. But that was the highest ever that I had. But so I was like, wow, what? So, but anyway, it's not six. No, six. No, six was the first few days. I was happy with one. But yes, I will make a stream for 8:45 Eastern. So 45 minutes. Tamir, yeah, you're the second one that asked for subtitles. uh, Okay, Jay. So I will do London all the time, and New York will be changing a little bit, but we'll see it in the next year what we're going to do. It depends on you guys and where the most interest is, where I will schedule. But for now, because of today, we will do 8:45, and if it dies after the news, we can stop, right? And then we took the best part of the day, um, and we'll see. But hey, no, but listen, it's still a lot, Nat. It is. Um, no complaints here. But anyway, guys, go touch some grass if you are. I will make a new stream for 8:45 Eastern, and I'll see you guys later today. I hope. And if you're in the Discord, if you want to have any questions, you can reach out to me there as well. Okay. Today is 8:45 New York. That is not normally what I do, but London will always be 2 a.m. Eastern, if that makes sense. I love Nat. She doesn't hold back. I love it. Oh, hey, Nat, they're trying, but I'll look into the subs. But something that Nat always gives me a lot of information. She knows a lot of things that if I ask, I'm like, how do I do that? And then she knows, oh, blah, blah, you have to do that. But apparently, the subs they get activated after the video is released. So I think it's impossible because they need time to put the subs on. I don't think it can be done live, right? So, but I'm gonna ask my friend Ed Grok, my boyfriend, and Chat GBT. So I have two. So I'm gonna ask them straight away because yesterday it was Spanish and today it's for India. But yeah, we'll see. Again, guys, I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. Stay safe. Do not overtrade. We'll have some psychology lessons as well. Ciao.